The peace be upon you. This is Hamza Siddiqui, and now today I am going to teach you that how to create this font effect by mixing different fonts and create a fiery names flaming red of your name. So let's begin with Adobe Photoshop by opening Adobe Photoshop CS3. Right now I'm currently working on Adobe Photoshop CS3. I'm going to show you that how to create this effect and write your name, your friend names or your loved one names. As this is my first tutorial, so forgive me if I commit any mistakes or some English mistakes as I am amateur on English. So let's try to learn how we can create this amazing effect. First of all, you should go to File and click New and this window will appear. Enter your set this font to pixels and enter your desktop resolutions here. For my laptop, my desktop resolution is 1280 into 800 and set this resolution to almost 300 pixels. Click the OK button. Let's name the title as Flaming Let's name this as Flaming Name and press the OK button. Now this should bring this windows as my desktop resolution is. First of all, what we need to do is to create a new layer by clicking on this tab or by just simply clicking on this button. Let's rename this color as, let me close it, as background gradient. On this layer, what we're going to do is to spread the gradient color by choosing this as the gradient. Click on this gradient tool and select this middle button and let me open another file to choose the color which we want to apply on our effect. I am going to open the first letter of our font, which is H. From this photo, we will select the color of the gradient by selecting this font color because we want a large background of this color. This here a red type or maroon type color. So let's go to our color picture and select this color by clicking on this button. On the second hand, we should do it as black color. So put the number all 0 in this blank and hit OK button. After selecting the number, let's go back to our real image and just spread the gradient by holding the shift button again. Spread the gradient by holding a shift button and clicking right mouse button. This will look like something like this. Now, this creates the effect that a red glowing ball around some black shadows. So now we are done with our background gradient layer. So let's create a new layer and start typing the name. What I have here now is all the names, all the letters cut it in 5 letters which I have uploaded for you, so you don't have to cut them separately. You can download them from the link in descriptions. I am going to open each of the words that my name contains, each of the letter that my name contains, and cut their background and then just paste it on my large background. So let's see how we can do this. First of all, as we had opened our first letter, which is H, let's go back to its H. Click on this and make its duplicate layer by right clicking on it and clicking duplicate layer. Press the OK button, and now what we want to do is to remove this black background. Hide this layer and then select the selecting tool, which is magic wand tool, and click on the pixels that you want to delete. First you want to delete the back pixel, so click the back pixel and press the delete button. Same, the part of the image that you want to delete, just click on that area and this tool will select all the areas, all the colors that is same. What we want to do is to just have this letter flaming and paste it on our background. Let's do this. You need precision for this. You can commit some mistakes first and second time, as I did many mistakes as my first time. Just blitz all the areas that you do not want and keep the areas that you do want in your picture as a name. I don't like this, so I'm removing it. It's your own choice that what you want to remove and what you want to keep. So we have done with our first letter. Now deselect this area by right clicking on it and select the deselect button. Now what we have to do is to copy this letter to our large background that we have created before. Let's go back to our flaming background and put this whole letter by selecting the move tool, right clicking on the letter and giving this down. Now this letter, the problem is that this letter is too large for setting in this image. So what we have to do is to scale down this size of the letter so we can adjust it in our image. So for scaling down, we should first convert our object into smart object. To learn what is a smart object, you can go to the guide which I have uploaded to you as Photoshop for Dummies. You can learn everything about Photoshop in this. Now what we are going to is to make the size of this H small by pressing Ctrl plus T and pressing this button. Now just enter the size of the letter that we want. For example, we want 25. Yeah, I put 25 and just a little bit more smaller, like we got 18. I think it's 20 is good. By selecting the tool color, now let's move this letter where we want to put it. As this is our first letter, we can put it from this. As we have done with this letter, we can do with all our other letters by simply opening them in Photoshop like this. Let's close this. Click now. By going to open, go to your letters collection that I have uploaded for you, and let's go to the second letter of my name, which is A. Now we are going to adopt the same procedure by duplicating the layer, clicking OK, selecting the magic wand tool. For learning the magic wand tool, download the guide which I have uploaded for you as Photoshop for Dummies. In this you will learn every single tool that you need to make this effect work for you. Remove all the unwanted areas from this letter, same just as we did on our previous letter. Now graphic is a very creative art to represent what one person feels about anything. So learning graphics is a creative and very funny process. You can enjoy it in your own way. To know more about graphics, again go back to the link in the descriptions and download my guide which I have uploaded for you, Photoshop for Dummies. Now we have to rescale it again, so we have to repeat the procedure by converting this to smart object, pressing Ctrl plus T on and pressing this button, and let's give this a size of 18. We should keep this letter, now this is a key point, we should keep this letter a little bit smaller than our first letter to give it effect a more professional look. Now we have kept our previous letter at 20%, we should keep it on 17%. So it is now smaller, a little bit smaller than the previous letter. Set this to the place where you want to set it like this, and let's go back to our next